from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
The new COVID-19 boosters have arrived, and details about the county's bond referendum proposal all coming up in today's Henrico News Minute. It's Thursday, September 8th, 2022, and it's brought to you today by the law firm of Barnes & Deal.
And now for the news.
Henrico County voters will decide on a $511.4 million bond referendum in this November's election, and absentee voting begins later this month on the 23rd. On Tuesday night at the county's Western Government Center, County Manager John Vitolkas and other officials presented details about the referendum to citizens. Only a few attended in person, others were watching online. It's one of about 140 individual meetings planned or hosted so far by county officials about the referendum. Voters will have the chance to cast yes or no votes for 4 separate components of the referendum, one for schools, one for public safety, another for drainage infrastructure, and the fourth for parks. A simple majority vote is all that's needed to pass any of the measures. The schools component would dedicate about $340 million for 8 projects across the county that would include the rebuild or renovation of several schools: Jackson Davis Elementary, R.C. Longan Elementary, Highland Springs Elementary, Johnson Elementary, and Quioccasin Middle School. There are also plans to build 2 new elementary schools in the Fairfield District and the West End. And a new environmental science building is planned with bond referendum money on land donated by the county at Wilton Farm in Verina. For details about the other components of the bond referendum, visit henricocitizen.com right now and look for this article. The new COVID-19 booster shot that's designed to protect recipients against multiple variants of the virus, including the currently dominant Omicron BA4 and BA5 variants, is now available at some local physicians' offices as well as CVS and Walgreens stores, among other spots. Doses also will be available through the Richmond and Henrico Health Districts beginning September 14th. Now, the new Pfizer booster is recommended for anyone 12 and older who's had their primary series of vaccines, while the new Moderna version is recommended for those 18 and older who are fully vaccinated. Both shots are free for anyone who's eligible to receive them. During a press briefing on Tuesday, Chief Medical Advisor to President Biden, Anthony Fauci, said that lacking the existence of a dramatically different COVID-19 variant, it's increasingly likely that the virus is transitioning into endemic status, during which people would be encouraged to receive an annual vaccine, as many do for the flu. One Henrico home recently sold for $3.6 million. Find out which one and where it's located right now by viewing our property transactions. It's a weekly roundup of recent transactions in the county. You can find it on henricocitizen.com by clicking under News. And this week we introduced a new feature on henricocitizen.com. It's called Gametime Henrico, and it's a weekly roundup of news and notes from high school sports throughout Henrico County. We will have weekly updates from as many sports as we can fit. Check it out right now at henricocitizen.com by clicking on sports. Today's Henrico News Minute has been brought to you by Barnes & Deal. Barnes & Deal has emerged as a highly respected family law firm over the past 3 decades with the resources, skills, and experience necessary to handle high-asset divorces and other complex family law matters across Virginia. To learn more, visit barnesfamilylaw.com, that's BARNES, or call 796-1000.